Hello, my name is Jonathan Panchura, and I'm a part of Group 6 AJM, and today I'm going to talk to you about virtual reality. It's a emerging technology that's been pretty big in the past 5 years or so, and look forward to it rapidly increasing over the next 10 years or so. So what exactly is VR? The whole purpose of VR is to actually create a 3D environment in which the user can interact with. An example of this would be if you're at your house and you want to feel like you're on top of a mountain, you can actually go to the top of a mountain and feel like you're there and see its surroundings. Basically what these are HMDs, so they're head-mounted displays, which this is actually very interesting because it combines with another emerging technology, wearable devices, and makes those two technologies combined together to make one. You basically just wear a headset, and then your eyes are covered by lenses, which I'll explain. It's an emerging technology, like I said, and it's huge already in the entertainment industry, and I think it will continue to be huge as they perfect it over the years. But it can also be used in several other industries, such as like medical or aeronautics and several different ones. But I think the biggest industry that it will have an impact on is the entertainment one. So how exactly does this work? Basically what it does is try to trick your mind the best way it can, and it does this through 3D images and 3D audio. So how does it work? Each headset has two LCD lenses, and what it does is you're looking through these lenses and you're seeing 2D images shot through a computer, console, or smartphone. And what it does is when you move your head up and down, left and right, it takes those 2D images and combines them together to form 3D images. Well, it tricks your mind, basically. It doesn't actually form 3D images, but it tricks your mind into thinking it is by combining the two 2D images. And finally, you need 60 FPS. You need this because if you don't have 60 FPS and you're trying to play a game or watch something or feel like you're in a world, if you don't have 60 FPS, it won't feel smooth and solid. You'll feel choppy, and you won't actually, it will take away because you can tell you're not actually there if it's not 60 FPS. It won't feel smooth enough to feel like you're actually in the environment. It can also cause health effects if it's not 60 FPS because it can cause nausea. These headsets use motions, so once you're actually inside your world, you get to track your body motions, such as head tracking, body tracking, and eye tracking. Now, head tracking is just moving your head different directions, and this needs to be 50 milliseconds. The response time needs to be 50 milliseconds or lower in order for this to work. If not, you can get you can get motion sickness and feel nausea and get sick. So this is a huge thing that needs to be 50 or lower. Next is body tracking, which mostly nowadays they use hand controllers. They're basically just sticks you hold in your hands and then you move them up and down or whatever, and they track your hand and arm motions. Now, in games, they're mainly used. You can use them in other stuff, movies or whatnot, but other movies and stuff use like cameras or infrared sensors, which aren't as sensible, but they could still be used easily. But if you want the best performance, use the controllers. Finally is the eye tracking, which not every single headset has this yet because it's sort of new. Basically what it does is it has an infrared sensor and it reads your eyes where you're looking at, and what this does is basically makes the depth of view better, and it makes it feel more real, and you can see sort of like a fading or blur over the horizon when you're inside the world. Also in video games it's huge because AI computers inside the game itself can use this to see where the player is looking specifically, and then use its actions based off of that, which is huge. Finally, we have some companies that are currently on the market. The first video game headset that came out was made by Oculus, and they made the Rift, and basically this is $800. Then there's the HTC, company HTC, they made the Vive, which costs $600. And real quick, the Oculus and Vive, these require high-end computers in order to use. That's why they're a little more expensive, but you gain bigger markets of games and they're better headsets performance-wise. Next is Sony, which they have their own VR. This requires a PS4, and it's you need PS4 games only, which kind of limits it, but it's more affordable at $400. And then Samsung and Google also have several different headsets for mobile phones, which cost about $100. Like I said, this will be huge in the entertainment market, such as 3D movies, concerts. You can feel like you're actually there inside of a concert. Sports event, you can go to a stadium. The Oculus Rift has several apps, movie theater, concert app, stadium app, where you actually feel like you're in a stadium or on a stage, that you can see your favorite artist or sports team. And you can avoid all the crowds and whatnot, so you can just do this in the comfort of your home and actually feel real. And lastly, I think the coolest is tourism. So you can travel the world in seconds with these headsets and actually feel like you're there. So if you want to go see the Great Wall of China, you can do that and actually feel like you're there while just sitting on the couch at home, which I think is the coolest thing out of these headsets, for me at least. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for your time.
Along with all the advantages of virtual realities, there are some disadvantages too. The first one is money. In order to have a headset, you need a computer, a video game console, or a smartphone to hook it up to. Virtual realities need to be purchased with a headset and the games to go with it, which is a lot of money. Researchers say that 50% of people are willing to spend $600 on it, and only 10% of people are willing to spend $1,000 on it. This chart here shows that male are more interested in owning a virtual reality device than females, and only 31% of the males, of the 47% of the males, which is about 65%, would pay $250 or more for a headset. And this one shows that the males already tried a virtual reality headset. Another concern with the virtual realities is that people are thinking that it might just be another fad. It could only be popular for 2 to 3 years, just like the Xbox Kinect or the Wii or all the other gaming devices that were out there. The last issue is the medical issue. Researchers are saying that virtual realities are causing headaches, nausea, and eye strain. And people say that after the use of virtual reality, they need to take a break from, they need to wait a while before trying to operate a car or a piece of machinery. And virtual realities change people's views on reality because the headset is so realistic, and it leads to some people, it causes depression or not pursuing achievements.
Hi, I'm Joshua Miser, and I'm going to talk about some of the opportunities that can occur in virtual reality. So, first off, as technology improves and opportunities grow in the entertainment industry, more and more consumers will be interested in VR headsets that in return will create more jobs and more developers working on stuff like VR headsets. And according to Kim, organizations such as Facebook are investing billions in VR, and huge companies such as Google are introducing their own iterations of VR tech. So that can create many different opportunities for both employer and the consumer itself. Some of these opportunities are improvements to video games, improvements to movies, events, tourism, and many different genres of technology. But it also has benefits in other industries as well, such as in the military. It could be used to simulate like what could happen. I don't know. And in healthcare, it would improve and would also improve in education and business. And many different other industries are using VR. Some practical examples of this would be doctors can use VR to simulate a surgery or predict what could happen if according to a certain scenario. And also a pilot can use VR programs to do a flight simulation to make sure they're not crashing into anything. So in conclusion, the amount of opportunities gained from virtual reality is truly amazing because it creates so many opportunities for both the consumer and the employer, and it'll continue to improve as virtual reality becomes more and more real.
So how can VR improve in the future? Let's first look at higher resolution. Look at TVs back in the day. They were small and did not have a great screen. But now as they get bigger, they do have a better screen. Think of VR that way. In the future, the screen will be insane. So where does that take us to? Motion controllers. These already do exist, but how can they improve? Gloves, a way to get your hands in the VR world. And then you have the Omni Walker. That is a treadmill that allows you to walk and go wherever you want in the VR world without getting hurt. So then where does that take us to? Wireless technology. All wires will officially be gone. Take a look at the new Apple AirPods. They have no wires at all. You can go anywhere with your VR and you don't have to worry about being all tangled up. So the last part is less hardware. They can cut down the hardware by simply putting the software chip into the headset. By doing this, it will officially be wireless and everything will be controlled by using your headset. The quality will be the same and there will be less hardware.